So here are my two Mountain Laurel Designs Burn backpacks. I've already done a review of this pack. I've put it through its paces, and I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested into getting into details of this one. This is the 2016 version. This is the 2018 version. This is in Dyneema X fabric, ripstop fabric. This is in the Cuban fiber for all you old heads out there, but for now they're calling it DCF, fabric. Yeah. So I'm going to compare, I'm going to contrast. Why did I get another one? Well, I like this one so much, I wanted to get an upgraded version of it. The DCF fabric provides certain benefits. For instance, it is practically waterproof because it has tape seams and the material itself is, is waterproof. But also there were some things that they have added to the pack that I really liked. For instance, you can see right away the shoulder pads are thicker, so obviously these are more comfortable. And you'll notice too that the hip belt is also thicker and padded. So I guess we'll start from bottom to top, right? And I'll get into also some modifications I did to this pack. And yeah, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's a few things I want to get into so I don't forget. This is like take 5 now. I'm just kind of shooting from the hip here. I'm planning on just uploading this, no editing. Yeah, but the weights, yeah, let's not forget the weights. This one is about, in its current, setup, what I have on it is about 390 grams, if I remember correctly. This one, the way I have it set up, is about 450. So I'm taking a small hit on weight, but I'm getting comfort, and you'll notice that is slightly wider, but this older burn is slightly longer. However, this is also a large torso. This is a medium torso, and I thought that this would be a bit of a gamble. I thought, should I go with a medium? And I decided to go for it, not only because I bought it on ultralight gear trade on Reddit. It's kind of luck of the draw there, but I also had seen a video with John Z, the owner founder of Palante Packs, where he was talking about sizing down when it came to torso, because with frameless packs, he said it's more comfortable if you actually have the hip belts be slightly above your hips. And you know what? After I got the pack and I packed it up with all my gear, I even put some food in there to, mimic, the full stuffed experience, and I still had plenty of space and all that. I tried it on, and you know what? I have to say it was pretty comfortable riding slightly above my hips. I like the way that worked, especially with these big, thick hip belt straps. So I initially had even thought about, the classic ultralight, nerd thing to do is start trimming and cut them off. But I'm going to keep them. I think they're going to be worth it, especially because in the future, another reason why I wanted to upgrade is that I am going to be doing some through hikes in the future. Now that my kids are getting older, I'm going to be able to get away for longer. So if and when I do longer trips, I'm going to have to take more food, which means heavier pack, which, necessitates more, comfort in how you're going to carry the pack. But yeah, so there's that. And you can see perhaps that this is not quite all white in color. I dyed the pack just because I wanted to. Here is a white DCF fabric. This is just a zip pouch from Z-Packs, and you'll see that there's a difference in color. I just wanted to have I didn't want to have a all white pack, not only for it getting scuffed up and dirty, but also just for aesthetics. I like the color green, and in fact I really like these little buckles too. They're like a mossy green that they since have switched to black buckles again. And now the Burn, if you get it brand new, it comes in a stealth gray, which is pretty nice, I have to admit. But I'm digging on this minty green that I got it. If you're interested in the dyeing process, I posted a whole thread about that on the ultralight subreddit, so I'll put a link to that below as well. But let's get back to, the differences here when we compare and contrast. So, okay, we've gotten the big, obvious ones out of the way. Let me talk about some modifications and some slight differences in design. So let's continue upwards. So you'll notice that there is a different sternum strap. This actually is a Sea to Summit strap that I picked up on a whim. and I thought this would make a good sternum strap if you were to modify it. And so what I did is I actually just stitched it, and you have to forgive my bad hand stitching. I just, with a thread and a needle, stitched it directly to the daisy chain. And I really like that this doesn't require a clip. It just you kind of put it into the hole here, and that's it. So it's a nice kind of minimal mechanism for a sternum strap, and it's very strong. I can show you, because whenever you buy these straps, you get two actually, and you'll notice here's the whole one. And I weighed this strap, and all together this weighs 10 grams. So after trimming it down and everything, I'm sure it probably weighs half that. So you're looking at like 5-6 grams, which is really, really light. But also they're very strong. They're rated to take quite a lot of, there we go, 100 kilograms, right? Okay, so there's that modification. Now one thing I noticed too in the side pockets as we continue to move our way up here is that the side pockets on my older burn were bigger, right? I don't know what prompted the change here, maybe because of the smart water bottles that they have in the States. But if we flip this around, let's flip them both around, why not? Yeah, these were much looser. So to fix that, so I could easily, have easier access to getting my water bottles out, what I did is if I can get in closer and show you what I mean. It's kind of difficult to explain, so let me just show you. Now, do you see how there's this is cordage here, not bungee cord, and then here is the cord stopper. I added this cord and I trimmed off. They came at the end of this, at the end of the bungee cord. You notice this loop here. Hold on, let me pull out a little further. There was a piece of plastic, these little rings. They put a ring on the end of this bungee cord to stop it from, from getting off of the cord stopper here. And it was very, very tight. So simply I cut off the little ring. I replaced it with some cordage. And now, as you'll see, I can, have much more space. I've effectively, solved the problem of having, these side pockets be, way too tight. So yeah, there's that modification. And so I dyed it, I fixed the side pockets, I put a sternum strap, and that's about it as far as mods go. But one thing I noticed that was also new, aside from the thicker straps or shoulder straps, was also they've had a buckle here that was interesting. At first I didn't really like it, but as I played around with it more and more, I liked it. I understood the utility of it. This one, the older version, does not have, it has the V-strap, but it doesn't have a buckle there. That's it. But you cannot control how big the V is. On this one, you can actually control how big the V of this strap is. And so I really like that. So there's that odd, it seemed kind of odd at first because it's asymmetrical. I thought, what the heck is this? But after packing it and messing with it, I really liked it. So there's that. Also packing, I noticed, I mentioned before, this was wider. It's easier to pack my my quilt and my sleeping pad in there. So I like the ease of having it be a little bit wider as opposed to like longer and more narrow. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting this pack through its paces. So this is more of like a first impressions and also comparison to the older burn. Once I get out there and put this to the test, I'll do a follow-up video, hopefully, to tell you what I think. But I have very, very strong first impressions, and I'm guessing this is going to be, my favorite go-to frameless pack. All the little details that Mountain Laurel Designs has put into it, with each year. It's interesting to see how they've improved things. But yeah, so that's about it. I want to keep this video under 10 minutes. I just wanted to kind of have a shoot from the gut type ramble on my new pack that I'm very excited about. I've compared it, contrasted. Did I miss something? Feel free to ask me questions in the comments and all that. But yeah, happy trails to you. Hope this was helpful and interesting, all you ultralight nerds out there. And yeah, see you later. Peace.